Undisputed releases on October 11th to console players, but those who had early access on PC or pre-ordered the WBC edition digitally on console got to play the game 3 days early. I'm one of those lucky people, and I'm here to share my initial thoughts on Undisputed. My first impressions, so to speak. I'm interested to know your thoughts on the game after its full release, so do let me know in the comments. Some of you may have caught my first look live stream. This is where these impressions were formed, and you may have heard some of them on that stream, but I thought I'd compress them down into a normal video. Starting off, I was pleased to see a slight upgrade to the game's UI. I liked the previous version during early access, but this slight change was something to differentiate the game going into full launch, and I like it. Jumping into a prize fight right away, I noticed definite improvements to the general feel of the game. It seemed to just flow better than in early access, so the changes made for full launch certainly feel better for me. Although we were pre-warned about clinches being removed, it did feel really strange not having the option to do that anymore. Hopefully they'll return soon. I was managing to connect some really nice combos during this first playthrough, and it just felt like everything was linking up much better than I had been able to do in early access. So I'm interested to know if you guys feel the same, those of you that played early access and that have now played the full release. Do you feel an improvement in the gameplay? After a positive start, I thought I'd try out an online fight, an area of the game that has probably seen the most negative comments during early access. Unfortunately, I didn't have the best experience again, and in fact, all 3 online fights that I tried seemed to have some sort of connection issue, phantom punches, and the boxers just felt like they were in treacle. Let's see if we can hopefully have a better online fight. Hopefully the connection's a bit more stable. No, straight away the connection is not looking good. Yeah, the online fights are definitely a bit different. Yeah, this is weird. It's like punches aren't even being fully thrown and they're hitting. A completely different experience to the offline mode. I even had a fight drop out at the end of my stream, so it's fair to say that my first impression of online fighting is a low one. I had a quick look at Create a Fighter. I've done this in depth on the channel, so check out that video if you've not seen it already. It seemed pretty much the same as early access. One of my viewers asked if a created boxer's overall stat level is capped, and it seems that yes, it is capped to 80. And I agreed with my viewer on this matter. They said, why would they limit offline creations to that level? It does seem strange, but overall it's not a massive worry of mine. Generally, looking through the game, it was cool to see some alternate ring gear for most fighters. Being able to customize your taunts and your ring walks ahead of a fight is a really nice touch. I still think that the game looks great. I've had comments on recent videos from people saying that it looks like a mobile phone game in terms of graphics. I guess we'll just have to agree to disagree on that one. One other thing that bugged me a little bit though was the fact that in 2 hours of gameplay, I managed to get myself flash knocked out or knocked down quite a few times. Maybe it's just because I suck at the game, but that seemed a little too many times in such a short session of gameplay. I think it happened 3 or 4 times. It's definitely a cool thing in game that can entirely change a fight, but it was getting a bit annoying for me. Oh, and I still cannot manage my stamina very well. I was constantly struggling with it. I did get to see the effect it has once you get below 40% stamina. Your movement does become sluggish and punches get looser and looser. This is a nice addition to the gameplay, and one that I'm probably going to have to get used to. I did have a brilliant fight in the pro prize fight between the 2 Sugar Rays. I was losing pretty much the whole fight on points, but I had managed to stun and get Leonard's head health seriously low. The fight went all the way, with the ref stopping a few times to check on Robinson's swelling. That's the fighter that I was in control of. Even though I lost the bout, it was super fun fighting on with the hope of a knockout victory. Even some of my viewers on the live were really impressed with the fight, even though I lost. So overall, I think the full launch version, or the Season 0 version of Undisputed, is an improvement on what we had in early access. I had real fun playing against the AI, but online needs addressing and fast. Personally, it doesn't bother me too much, as I can just play offline modes, but I know lots and lots of people will want to play this for the online ranked. Prize fights will definitely keep me entertained, and I will be starting another career mode. Unfortunately, the training is still very basic in the career mode though, which I hope is changed to mini games in the near future. As I said earlier in the video, let me know your thoughts on the full launch version of Undisputed if you've managed to play it so far. And you should probably check out this video next on screen.